Grand Rising, everybody. Welcome to the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. This is Rise Up Breathwork with Matt Thomson. I'm back in Boston. Last time I was popping in,
we were.
I know it's been really busy, you guys. I've been out there. I've been really revisiting a lot of my advocacy work. I've been able to go to the State House a couple times in the last month and inform legislators that people really need to have the right to grow their own medicine and share their medicine with their people, because people have been making medicine with plants since before regulations, since before FDA regulations, since before Cannabis Control Commission regulations. So I'm just really passionate about, humans realizing that they have the power to heal themselves. And plant allies are such an amazing, effective way to nourish your central nervous system, to support your immune system, to help get all 11 organ systems back in check and into homeostasis. So I'm here to tell you, I'm going to fight for plant medicine until the day that I die. So your high priestess has been out there pounding the pavement, which is why I haven't been here. But I just wanted to say a huge thank you. We had a fundraiser this weekend for 420, and it was to create a fund. And this fund is going to be used to help offset the cost of medical cannabis education, microdosing education, medication management information. So people who are wishing to reduce or come off of their pharmaceuticals, it's a kind of tricky thing. You can't just go cold turkey. You can't do stuff like that on your own. So we at Green Network Providers have a team of nurse practitioners who are trained in safe tapering protocols. It's very important that you come under the supervision of a human who believes in plant medicine, because you can't just stop what you're doing, all of a sudden. You have to kind of titrate down slowly, just like we titrate up slowly with plant medicine and sound healing and breath work and all the things that we do here. We encourage low and slow. Take your time, go with the flow, right? I should definitely be a rapper. I've been noticing that. I've been doing a lot of spontaneous poetry lately. But yeah, so I'm here with Matt, and of course, Matt is our resident breathwork coach. He is also now a board member of the People's Congregation of Shakers and Movers. I'm very excited to let you know that Matt and I will be at the Maine Fungi Festival the weekend of May 17th, I think, through 19th up in Maine at the University of Southern Maine campus. Now, this is the third year of this amazing conference, and I think it always takes 3 years for things to kind of stick and get going, and there's a lot of momentum and a lot of potential with sort of how we're going to be able to use mushrooms and other entheogenic medicine as part of our healing in the future. And I think the state of Maine is poised to do it correctly, because as you know, I come from the state of Maine, and they had a caregiver program, which was enacted in 1999, where caregivers could actually grow medicine for their patients, tune in, dial in, grow a specific strain for them with love and intention, which is a lot different than the medical dispensaries, which, again, they are doing a great job, but you don't always get that one-on-one care because, again, they're not caregivers, they're dispensary owners, right? So we don't expect them to dispense medical advice. But the caregivers in Maine, I'm telling you, the vibe has just been amazing. And all these years, I've been so blessed to be able to procure my medicine in Maine. If you do get a medical cannabis card in any state in the country, you can go to Maine, and they exercise the right of reciprocity. So I encourage you to take those summer vacations up in Maine. You'll be able to take your medical card, go visit a licensed caregiver. And most of those caregivers, they're growing in organic soil. They're hand trimming. They're not remediating mold. People in Maine just seem to do it right. So I have a lot of faith that as we move forward with the psychedelic movement, that Maine is going to be the state that the church will end up eventually planting ourselves in, no pun intended. And yeah, I'm so excited for the future. Please follow my newsletter at pcsam.org. We're going to have a lot of really fun and exciting excursions this summer. Stephanie is planning an amazing outward bound camping trip where we're going to go way, way up north in Maine. We're going to go explore waterfalls and do some whitewater rafting, and that's going to be a family-friendly event. So if you're more interested in getting a community going in your flow, we are trying to really get people out into nature. Matt here is a rock climber, and he's really passionate about hiking, so we're hoping to get some more programs going where we can actually just be outside and get our feet in the dirt. Also, look out for Kathleen Parker. She's been teaching an apprenticeship program up in Maine. She's Madcap Moksha. We have an apothecary set up here with her amazing products for support for things like menopause, for things like your immune system. She's a super knowledgeable master herbalist, and we're so grateful to have her in our network. Please tap into our resources. Also, if you become a member, you will get an invitation to our private infrared sauna. And this is such an amazing gift because I was there last night, Matt. My daughter was feeling a little bit sick, and we were able to use the massage chair and the breath work in the sauna. I'm telling you, you can fight viruses and bacteria in your body with your own breath because we're machines and we can literally fight out these unwanted, beings that are in our body just using our mind, our breath, and our intention. So I'm here to tell you, you can heal yourself. So anyway, Matt also has an office now, which we're not going to divulge the location because, again, it's for members. We like to keep our sacred and safe spaces kind of on lock. But if you do need a private breathwork coach and a session, Matt now has a beautiful space that's all his own, so we can have more one-on-one care with people because it gets a little busy at the church, right? Like, it's kind of hard to meet people one-on-one here because we're moving and shaking, and we got people coming in asking what we're doing. So, hit up Matt. I think the best way is through your Gmail, riseupbreathwork@gmail.com for more information about a coach. Matt has been my breathwork coach. Let me just take a breath. I feel like I said all that in one sentence. For about, I think we're going on 2.5 years now. So, and again, I can't even explain how much breathwork has changed my life. So, we have yoga with Anna every week at 1 p.m. in addition to the free breath work that we offer. And every Friday night, we have a support group. Every Saturday, we bring a DJ to the altar. So again, sign up for my newsletter or check out the events page at pcsam.org to find out all of the cool stuff that we have going on. I feel like I've been talking forever. So Matt, speaking of poets and poetry, it's also the full moon tonight, guys, the pink moon. I was feeling it last night like, whoa. I was organizing and shape-shifting and, rearranging all the furniture in my house. I feel this full moon like intensely, and I'm really excited for change. Change just really fires me up, and change needs to happen, and that's what's happening here. So, Matt, you have a poem I heard that you would like to share. Is that true?
Yeah, I was just, because of moving into the office, I moved all my stuff out of storage, and I really like this. I found it. My mom passed, a year ago, a little bit, 4 months, something like that. And so my brother just kind of nonchalantly gave me a couple things. And so this was one poem that I found that was given to me on the day I was actually adopted. I wasn't born into this family. So this was a book that was given to me on that day that the family adopted me. So.
Oh, wow. On the day that the family adopted you?
Yeah, so a family, I don't know who the people are that gave this book to them. It must have been someone really close to my mom and dad, who I recognized one name in here, but I'm not really. It was a long time. I'm not going to give the year. It was a long time. So
that's ageless.
It's pretty old book, but it's called "This Is Your Day." It's a poem by Louis Untermeyer, and the pictures are by John Johnson. And I just when I read it, I just kind of sat down and read it, and it was just a beautiful message for every day. And I really love the artwork to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read each page and then have you breathe into the words of that page. And I'll do a little sound with that. And when I read it, I'll kind of come up, and if you want to take a look at it, I'll read it and show the illustration, because the artwork is pretty nice in it as well too.
My allergies are kicking my butt. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. That's the story behind this book. I think I've only seen this book 3 times.
And now it's back for a reason at the right time.
Yeah, because my mom showed it to me once when I was younger, and then actually I don't think I saw it again until her passing.
So you had it in storage.
Well, and my mom she kept everything.
That's awesome.
So there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So what I'm going to invite in is, are we ready to go?
I think we're ready to breathe now. Thank you.
All right. Do you want to lay down, or do you want to sit in the chair?
I kind of like sitting up right now. But if I get up and lay down, you'll know I decided to change my mind.
So before we get into the words of "This Is Your Day," I'm just going to invite you for a moment to tap into this seat that you're in. Just inviting in a nose breath. Or just breathing any way you need to for a moment as you settle into the space. And then gently just becoming aware of breathing in and out through the nose, gently into the stomach. Try to breathe in and out with an even inhale and exhale, either for a 3 count, 4 count, or like 5, or just estimate it. And then just breathe in the sound for a moment. Allowing for the sound to maybe be breathed into the heart space. Breathing in and out through your nose, nice gentle breath. Even patterns with the inhale and exhale. I'm just going to invite in that we stay with the nose breathing for today and just become consciously aware of breathing in and out through the nose. And just such a beautiful way to breathe throughout the course of our day and bringing our attention to this type of breathing. This is much healthier for the mouth, for our system. And so, like I said, I'm just going to invite in that you breathe in the words of this poem by Louis Untermeyer. And it's just a really beautiful message to how to live, I think, for every day. So the first page, and I'm going to just kind of read a little bit and then take a break and come back. So the invitation is to breathe this in and see what meaning it has for you. As you say, consciously aware of your breath, consciously aware of the words, and how are the words making you feel? So the poem begins, this is a day of days, not one that merely comes along, not just another day to taste and throw away, but one that awakens into song and makes a growing, bright, harmonious play of light. Just let that sink in for one moment. And what those words may mean to you. And as we continue with the poem, this is a day of praise, a day to raise my heart for all countless ways you have of caring, of sharing every measure of delight, knowing the glowing pleasure that you bring to living, a day full of thanksgiving. This is your special day. Today was made for you. Every color, every hue should proudly be arrayed for you. And just breathing that in. Coming back to the poem for a minute to breathe in. Today should be exuberantly gay, miraculously new for you. This is a day that brims with love, with all the many meanings of devotion, the embracing touch, the warm response, the tone that means so much, so rich, so reassuring, endearing, and enduring. And just breathe in with that. Whatever words hit you and kind of are alive for you. Breathing that in. And to finish this poem, this day brings gifts of gladness. This day crowns you with joy, with blessings, and with bliss, with all that words can never say. Here is a day that sings with promise of 1,000 things to come and stay. This is your day. And just breathe into that. And then just gently, I'm just going to read the poem one more time in its entirety. It's not very long. But just breathe it in and hear it one more time. This beautiful poem, This Is Your Day, by Louis Untermeyer. This is a day of days, not one that merely comes along, not just another day, a taste to taste and throw away, but one that awakens into song and makes a growing, bright, harmonious play of light. This is a day of praise, a day to raise my heart for all the countless ways you have of caring, of sharing every measure of delight, knowing the glowing pleasure that you bring to living, a day full of thanksgiving. This is your special day. Today was made for you. Every color, every hue should probably be arrayed for you. Today should be exuberantly gay, miraculously new for you. This is a day that brims with love, with all the many meanings of devotion, the embracing touch, the warm response, the tone that means so much, so rich, so reassuring, endearing and enduring. This day brings gifts of gladness. This day crowns you with joy, with blessings, and with bliss, with all that words can never say. Here is a day that sings with promise of 1,000 things to come and stay. This is your day. And, maybe just for a moment, just breathing that in. And an invitation just to maybe realize just the beauty and the gift of every day that we have and how different it can be each moment. And just staying conscious of that nose breath for today. Breathing in and out through the nose, into the stomach. Just an invitation here to breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth for a minute. So we're going to draw the breath into the stomach. And then the second part of the inhale, just really rise your head up, shoulders up and back, expanding the chest. And exhaling like Sandy's doing out through the mouth. And I'm going to invite in a breathe, and just breathe that in for a moment. Into the stomach, feel the rise of your of the chest, expand it, the head up nice and straight, shoulders back. And really just make yourself your true height. Focus on breathing into the stomach, into the heart, and focusing on standing tall. Bringing your energy, your being, and allowing for the breath to bring you to your full potential as you rise up with the breath. Feeling it into the stomach and expanding into the chest as the head comes back, shoulders back, and exhaling. And now the invitation is to add a light, brief 1 to 2 second breath hold at the top and at the end of your exhale. And continue breathing into the stomach, expanding the heart, bringing the head up tall. Brief hold at the top, feeling the energy within your body during the hold. Really feel who you are. Feel your energy. And then on the exhale, share it with all around you. And feel the expansiveness of who you are on the exhale. And on the hold on the exhale. And try to stay with this breath if you can. Just for like 1 more minute. Staying with this pattern, breathing in and feeling your essence on the inhale and the hold. And feeling into your expansive energy on the out breath. And expand who you are all around you. And now 1 more huge inhale. Bring it all the way to the top. Hold. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Let it out completely. Dropping into your own breath. Allowing for that to return. And just to sit. Invite you to sit and discover who you are as you begin to shift into this beautiful day.
My foot's asleep.
Huh?
My foot's asleep.
Your foot's asleep.
Oh, hello.
And just sit with it for a moment. I'm just going to play for 1 more minute. And just like Sandy did, if you need to move, shake, adjust the body, you're always welcome to do that. To stretch. Whatever is correct for you. It may be different for all of us. And that's okay. Maybe knowing that you are grounded and rooted for today, bringing your system into balance. Maybe realizing and seeing and feeling into your creativity, your creative source within you. Maybe breathing into your essence, your higher self, your truth, your authentic self. Feel into that with the breath. Maybe knowing that as we shift and move throughout this day, that we can be of love and compassion to ourselves and to all around us. And even people who we just pass by will just feel the power of compassion and love and that beautiful essence of a part of who you are. Maybe stretching, massaging your jawline, your throat. Maybe knowing that your words will intuitively arise within you and just speak exactly what people need to hear. Maybe just tapping your third eye. And as you tap into this and feel it, maybe you're realizing that we can see the gift and the beauty of all of our moments throughout this day. And that we are open to seeing the discovery that each moment brings. Maybe just gently tapping the top of your head. And maybe just permissioning yourself to be open to receiving guidance throughout today. And then just inviting in one more inhale, holding at the top, and hold. Really draw it in even deeper, a little bit deeper, suck it in a little bit more. Hold. Release completely, pushing the belly button back to the spine. And one more deep breath in. Deep breath in, and hold. One more time, suck it all the way in, a little bit more. Hold. Exhale it out, pushing this belly button back to the spine. One last time. Deep breath into the stomach, expand the chest. Hold. Suck in just a little bit more air. Hold. Exhale everything out completely. And then just sitting for a moment.
I'm back. Wow. Whoa. Okay, that was wild. That was so wild. So I had visions in my third eye of, for some reason, that poem reminded me so much of my days as a stay-at-home mom. Because it was almost like as if every morning with a newborn baby is like Christmas morning. It's like, you work so hard when you're pregnant, to stay healthy, and then you work so hard to deliver that baby, and when the baby arrives and it's safely in your arms, it is a miracle. It's always a miracle to every parent, right? And like that poem just reminded me of like I would creep and wake up before them and just watch them sleep, and like the moment that their eyes would open, that poem just reminded me that it's like there's so much potential in every day, and like you can always shake off what happened yesterday. You can always start over, because as I had a colicky baby, Naomi was always really happy in the morning. So this is a great like poem that I think of to start your day with, like a morning hygiene routine, because a lot of us like might be disconnected from the church of our grandparents. And I love using these poems, or using like astrology, or using tarot cards, as ways to sort of set your intention at the start of every day, right? And like how we're going to proceed, and like taking those moments in the morning. And especially, like I said, when I had my newborn babies, I just loved having them naked on the changing table. And we would sometimes 45 minutes, and I would just stare into their eyes and remind myself that like I might have messed up yesterday. I might have gotten angry, or I might have said something I regretted, but today's a day to start over, right? And you can always do better. And So again, so I was seeing my children's newborn faces, and I kind of, it was such a gift, because I kind of forgot how beautiful they were and how much time we just spent staring in their eyes. And so anyway, I have a few community members who are sprouting babies and who just had babies, and they always bring such joy to the community. So so it's interesting that was what was given to your parents when you were adopted, because I see that as such a, like, I would read that to my baby every morning. You know what I mean? Like, if I had that poem in my hand at the time, right? Like, it's such a beautiful, it's just really beautiful to think, like, every day is a chance to change. Every day is a chance to right the wrongs, because, I mean, words do have frequency, and I never was a big fan of, I'm going to make it up to you. It's like, once you put stuff out there, it's done. You can't take it back, so this is why you have to be really intentional with your thoughts, intentional with your words, especially as you speak to yourself or to your babies, So I'm just very blessed that I know I was very much wanted by my mom and dad. They had me as teenagers. My mom got pregnant when she was 18, and they didn't know a lot about life, but they knew a lot about love, and I'm grateful for that every single day, And so I thank you, Mommy and Daddy. I can't wait to build you the biker Buddha bar on the hill in Maine. That's happening. I'm being called home. Definitely going to be putting a lot more of my energy and attention into the state of Maine, where I was born and raised, because the city is not for the faint of heart. It's busy and it distracts my energy. I think it's brought out a lot of my ADHD symptoms. I was really a peaceful child. So I'm excited to return home, and I'm excited to be part of the Maine Fungi Festival. Please do consider visiting us there. That's our next big event. And I will be a panelist, and we're going to be on a panel called What's Church Got to Do About It? And so just a reminder, our church is an integration center. So people are going off to Jamaica, they're going off to Costa Rica, they're having all these medicine ceremonies, which is absolutely beautiful. Go do that. But we are a place where you can come after to process the experience that you just had, a place to get support, a place to learn about sound healing, breathwork, yoga, meditation, infrared sauna, business building. When I go into ceremony, that's when I have my best business ideas. So I do business coaching because I birth business babies when I'm in ceremony, and sometimes cosmic portals too. But really, we are just here to remind you that you do have a right over your consciousness. You have a right over to the medicine that you put in your body, and the People's Congregation stands up for that every single day. And we cannot do this work without your support. So if you go to pcsam.org, we're calling in new members as this movement is growing and fast, because we have a system that we're living in America right now that is not very hospitable to healers and plant medicine makers and energy workers and people that know that when you move your body and you breathe into your body, that breath is medicine. Breath is medicine. And if we started looking at the breath as medicine and movement as medicine, pretty sure we wouldn't need as many pills or diagnoses or prescriptions. So I'm just saying, I want to prescribe you breath work as a non-healthcare professional, just a regular person trying to figure it out. But I love you, Matt. I'm like, whew, right now. I feel so grateful. And I'm so excited that we're able to bring this information, via the interweb to people that might not be able to walk into a yoga studio, because maybe you can't walk, maybe you have cancer, maybe you have social anxiety, so this is why we stream these programs, so that everybody can tap in and tune in from the comfort of their own home. I know some of the best breathwork sessions I've ever had were actually in my own bed with a facilitator on Zoom. So if you don't feel comfortable, like, driving to Matt can also do telehealth or sound healing calls and breath work, right? Because sometimes it's nice to be in your cozy den, and then that way when you're done with the breath work, you can just go to bed. You don't, because again, that messes with my energy.
Or you can fall asleep during it if you just need rest too.
Right, because I know sometimes when I go to a breath work session or a yoga class, I'm all mellow, but then I have to get in my car and I have to drive and I have to deal with all the other humans who then get back into my frequency. So I love practicing at home with a facilitator, using the technology that really, that's one of the good things that came out of the pandemic, I think, is that we realized we can still connect even when we can't be together through, the energy, vibration, and frequency that is connecting us in technology. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think that's especially having my own space now, it's kind of nice where I can do that even throughout the day, and it's a little bit easier. And so that option is out there for sure for people. And maybe have a good set of headphones so you can hear this good.
Yeah, actually,
and also,
that's a good tip.
I can also hook up my microphone to my computer, so it'll actually pick up the sound a little bit better. The microphone won't hook up to this iPad, but
And if we raise more money,
yeah.
then what we could actually hopefully start doing is Matt and I intend to create more content that will live on our members only part of our website, where hopefully we can break down the different breaths, because different breaths can be used at different times for different reasons, different purposes. So I want to do some more content that is a little bit more digestible. I'm going to be looking for a summer intern. Emerson College, I'm coming at you, because I want to call in some younger folks that can help us, because Matt and I are the first to admit it's not my strong suit anymore, like dealing with the phones and the Instagram and the Facebook. So I'm calling in some young blood. So if you are looking for a summer internship, I'm actually currently writing the position right now. Your office will be over at our safe and sacred space where we have the sauna. So a benefit of being my intern is that you're going to get to use that sauna for free. We have a lot of cool things going on. PCSAM.org. Send me your resume. Tell me why you're passionate about plant medicine, and as the director of spiritual innovation here at the church, my job is to find modalities for healing that are a little bit outside of the box, right? So whether that's, that could be shooting, at a shooting range for some people, that could be axe throwing, that could be rock climbing, that could be any place where you can find peace. That could be at a concert. That could be, again, it's not always about being on a yoga mat. It's not always about, it could be walking on the beach. You know what I mean? So any place that you feel free and you find peace, those are the places that you're raising the vibration. And so we want to take you there. And so please sign up, PCSAM.org. We're going to have the Bliss Bus out a ton this summer. We're using that as a fundraising tool. So if you are a church member, you have to be a member of the church. You can ask for us to take you safely to a space to raise the vibration. We got your back. So again, membership has its benefits. So I thank you again so much for your support. We raised over $1,000 this weekend to support the church and Green Network providers. If you're in need of plant medicine education, microdose management, and figure out how to get off those pharmaceuticals, greennetworkproviders.com. These women, they got your back. All right, I love you. Come see us this weekend.
Enjoy. Yeah.
All right, be good.